Hello, good evening, happy Friday. What's up? Welcome to Actors Daily Bread. Hope you can hear me. Just wanted to pop on real quick. I know a lot of you are watching the playoffs and it's Friday and you're doing your thing, but before I totally unwound for the night, it's hot up here, y'all. I was like, let me give a quick word. What's up? This is Actors Daily Bread. I am Christine Horn. I'm a life and career coach for actors, and I'm also a professional actress. And this is Actors Daily Bread, and we do this almost every single day, almost. And sometimes it's acting tips, audition tips, life coaching tips. I created Actors Daily Bread, and our community here on Facebook, we are a global collective of actors on a mission to elevate our lives and careers. I believe you can pursue your career without losing your mind, and that is what I'm here to help you with. And I just want to today touch on switching mediums from theater to television, because I don't know if you have not been to my actual Facebook business page. You can click my name above the video, and there's a thread going where I asked a question to actors who are looking to do more television. My question that I put out the other day was, what's the greatest challenge you're facing in trying to get to this journey and trying to reach your goal? And I'm so grateful. Thank you to everyone watching, everyone who's commented on the thread. And please, you can, if you want to comment here, you can. What's your biggest challenge? Hi, Satya. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for watching. What's your biggest challenge in doing more television? Because I'm always curious. I know what my challenge was back in the day, and that's where I'm teaching, when I teach clients, and when I'm always sharing my personal story, and that's why I want to talk today about moving from theater to TV. Let me put that back up, theater to TV, because I know how challenging that can be. I grew up in the theater. Thank you for watching. Give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're here. I appreciate you watching. And what's up, replay watchers? If you're watching the replay, let's see who's up here. Hi, Del. Thank you for watching. Oh, I said it right, Satya. Hey, got it right. But it was really hard making the transition. I grew up in theater. I went to a performing arts high school in Atlanta, Tri-Cities High School. Whoop, whoop. And then I went to AMDA, American Musical Dramatic Academy in New York. I went to the Musical Theater Conservatory there. And that's all I've known. I've known theater. And then of course, if you don't know my story, I toured with The Lion King for 5 years. I did it on Broadway, Las Vegas, both national tours. I even got to work in Germany. Hey, Tarnisha, thank you for watching. Aren't you on vacation? No, you're back. You were like at the Wax Museum or something. And so that's my background. And when I decided to make the shift to television when the Las Vegas company of The Lion King closed, I was like, I'm moving to LA, and I'm just gonna, and y'all, I'm sweating because it is hot up here in LA today. And I wasn't ready. And I would go to auditions, the rare auditions I did get, and they'd be like, you're too big. You're doing too much. In theater, you're used to being in the back of the house and everything is big and huge. And it took me, honestly, a good year to turn that down. Be safe out there, Tarnisha. Tarnisha is in the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group. And if you're not in the Facebook group, you should join us. We do some special trainings and stuff in there. Just put Actors Daily Bread at the top of Facebook and you can join us. And anyway, it was a hard reality that I was not ready to make that transition. And so if that's you, I want you to just hang tight, hang in there, and know that it can happen. It will happen. You just have to shift and retrain for the new medium you're trying to do. So the acting that you're doing on theater, if you're doing tours or community theater or whatever, it's just a different medium. Y'all, it is so hot. I was telling someone today on the thread, if you're just joining, welcome. Like I said, there's a thread. If you click my name, there's a thread going on my page where I'm asking people, and you can comment here, certainly, in your pursuit of working in television or film, what is your biggest challenge? And I'm not just asking it to be nosy. I really want to know so I can help and shine some light, and I'll respond to you directly. But I had to take a step back, and I I actually moved back to Atlanta and I started getting coaching and I started getting in classes, and I had to really learn how to manipulate this camera. And that's what you have to do. If you're watching me and you want to make that transition to television, I say television specifically, television and film, but television and film are different. The pacing is different. How you take your beats is different. And when you don't know those things, that's what's messing you up when you go to get an audition. Or if you haven't even had an audition yet and you want to, that is the key. Each medium is different. So you can be a great actor. You can have raw talent. You can be a great actor. But if you don't know how to transition the qualities that you have into the correct medium, that's where you're going to get tripped up. And so my one tip, I guess, to you today from going from theater to television, if I had to share one huge tip with you, is to think about what it is you are thinking and don't show me what you're thinking. I want to see, did you get that? Think about what it is you're thinking. Don't show me. In theater, we show people because we have to show the people in the nosebleed section that I'm angry. Oh, I have to show people that I'm happy. But when you're on the camera can read your mind. It's in the eye. It's the tiniest smile. It's all you have to do is think it and feel it, and it comes across the camera. So that really helps and can also hurt, because if you're not connected, if you are not connected to the character, if you're not connected to the moment, if you're not listening to react, it's going to see it and it's going to call you a fraud. The camera's going to call you a fraud. And that can be affecting your booking. And so I know it's so hard. So hot, y'all. And I ain't got no hair. You know, it was so hard. There was a show I did called Complications on the USA Network. Don't know if you ever saw it. I don't know if it's even, I don't even know where it is anymore. We had one season. But I remember when I was down to the wire with producer sessions, they had me do it over again and go home and retape because they said, you're still too big. Like, it was a high intense scene. I was doing CPR. What are you saying? Satia says, how are the opportunities in Atlanta? I'm in Texas, hope to move to LA, but I'm thinking Atlanta first. I used to live there before acting transitioned there. Satia, are you in the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group? I feel like I saw your name. I feel like you are. And if you are, I would like to answer that question for you privately in the group. Just because it's kind of a longer answer and I'm about to wrap up. So Actors Daily Bread, but I feel like you are, so I know your face. I just keep it real, y'all. It's hot. But I totally lost my train of thoughts. Okay, Satia, I'm going to see you in the group. But that is the thing. You want to think the thoughts and just know that you have to just adjust the mediums. Another quick tip I'll give you before I wrap up. And listen, if you like these tips and you're finding these helpful and interesting, first of all, share it with another actor, but also know that I go in so much more detail. I have an upcoming workshop on Saturday, June 3rd from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Just me and 12 students. And I'm doing this face-to-face with each person. And if you want to know more, I'll put the link up on the screen. It's bookmoretv.com. And I am this is all I'm doing with only 12 students to help them book more co-star work. I'm looking through your headshots, looking through your materials. You're helping you set up the right websites to know how to get more auditions, really breaking down your character type and how you can really monopolize what your essence is. Here's another bonus tip. Too many times we're just we don't want to be typecast. We're trying to be everything. But understand that when you walk in the room, you give off an aura. What Sam Christensen, if you've ever heard of him, a lot of people study with him, talk about your essence. We naturally give that off. I work a lot as FBI agents, as cops, as moms sometimes, but because when I walk in a room, I give a certain energy. So when I look at all the auditions that come into my email from my agents and my managers, they always say kind of the same thing. No nonsense, quick-witted, or warm, earthy. Like, it's always the same. And so what I want to encourage you is to stop trying to fight who you are. When you walk in a room, you just give off a vibe. And so it's the same thing when you go to castings. So monopolize that. Kevin Hart is playing the same character over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, all the way to the bank. And guess what? When you start making the checks that you want to make, you can start creating projects to do some other things and to branch out into other roles. Marlee says, I love Sam Toole, his image process. Yes, we're referring to Sam Christensen. If you're not familiar with him, look him up. But so yeah, those are just a couple of tips. But the main thing I want you to know, I want you to look in my eyes and know that I understand what it's like, that frustration of being a talented actor, doing doing theater and trying to make that transition and just getting told no. And it was a blow for me. But I took the time to just train and work, and anything I did, I'll make sure that I was on camera. Guys, you have the power of this. You have the power of your phone. Instead of just taking selfies, start videotaping get some scenes from the World Wide Web. Get some scenes offline, memorize monologues, and just tape yourself. You don't have to even have a tripod, just tape yourself, but do it not for theater, do it for camera. And what you're going to start finding out is you're doing extra things. My thing when I was really starting to work on my film was I realized I blinked a lot and I used my eyebrows all the time. It was always like, and I was like, why the hell am I blinking so much? Why are my eyebrows moving up and down so much? And that's why I love, I always recommend Michael Caine's Acting in Film. If you haven't read Acting in Film by Michael Caine, please, I already did a video about that last month, but it's a great book if you want to do film and television. So anyway, I'm about to wrap up because it's hot and I don't want to give y'all, have y'all on here forever. But please, if you're watching the replay and even if you watched live and you have a question, please throw your question here in the bottom. I respond to every single comment. And I'll even inbox you, and join the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group if you're not already. And if you thought this video was helpful, please share it with a fellow actor. I greatly appreciate it. And have an amazing Friday night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, if you want to know more about the intensive, like I said, it's happening Saturday, June 3rd for 5 whole hours with me. Just me and a very small, is that sweat? Y'all see that? It's hot. My pleasure, Marili. I hope I'm saying that right. Marili? I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, good night, y'all. Good night.